really good torque. Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's video, I'm going to be going over the all-new Ford Explorer Timberline. Before getting into this video, though, a huge shout out and thank you to the Ed Kenley Ford here in Layton, Utah for giving me some time with this Explorer. I'm going to include a link to their inventory in the description down below so you can check out what they have currently. And if you don't know, the Ed Kenley Ford here in Layton does not charge any sort of markups over MSRP whatsoever. It doesn't matter what it is. So if you want a great deal on a Ford, just reach out to them. And then on a side note, if you want to save time and money the next time you purchase a car, link to my car buying guide in the description down below. Let's get into it. So under the hood, we have a turbocharged 2.3 liter 4-cylinder that goes through a 10-speed automatic transmission. Fuel economy is 19 around town and then 21 on the highway, with power outputs being 300 horsepower and then 310 pound-feet of torque. Now, before we go over the front end, I do want to mention, if you want to see more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post content every single day. So first off, just like most Ford models, you guys can see the hood is raised on either side, and yes, this is in fact green. We've got the Explorer's signature daytime running lights there with the LED headlamps. Notice the fog lights down below, and you can kind of see the green color a little bit better in this area. And then look at the metallic grille with the darker Ford logo there in the center. And then we got the camera. And then we got some orange trim down below for the Timberline part of the package with some tow hooks. And then you guys can see we got some underbody protection as well. And you know, putting it all together, and sorry about my shadow in this clip, but it looks cool. Coming around the side here, our tire and wheel setup is 265, 65, 18 in the front and over in the rear as well. And then you guys can see we've got a wheel that's all blacked out. I think that looks really cool. And these tires are frankly very aggressive for a crossover like this. We've got these fender flares here on the side, and then look at like the bodywork on the side as well. You can see the mirror caps blacked out. You also have the pillar blacked out on top of that. And then we got a little Timberline badge there in the back. And then taking a look at the side profile here with the Explorer, you guys can see again with the green color, the blacked out wheels and everything, it looks good. Now here's a key fob for the Timberline. You guys can see we've got the unlock function, lock function, remote start, and then the opening for the hatch. Now popping into the rear of the Timberline, first off, I think that's some floor mat action. But anyways, you got okay storage behind the third row, but something that's cool about the third row is I can press this button and it'll automatically raise the third row up. Now, I'm not going to pop in the third row because I've done that with several Explorers in the past. You can fit adults back there, but as you can see, legroom's pretty cramped, so I would reserve it for kids. And then if you're wondering what the headrest, you just pick that up right there. But if you want it to go back down, then you can just press that button and it'll throw it back down for you. And then when you're all done, just press this button right here and it'll lower the hatch right back down. Now taking a look at the taillights here with the Explorer, pretty cool with the LED look. And then you guys can see 4-wheel drive badge, and then you get your Timberline badge on the other side. And then notice Ford and Explorer there. And then we actually have a receiver hitch at the center. And then we also have parking sensors as well. So putting it all together, definitely, you know, an interesting looking car with the green color. I dig it, but I know that, you know, most people tend to like black, white, gray, you know, all the normal boring colors. Taking a look at the door panel here in the rear, you guys can see, look at the green here with the orange. Definitely Timberline-y, that's for sure. Got our window control here, little door handle, and yeah, that's the door panel. Now the seats in the Timberline are very interesting. Again, you got that green with the orange, and then we've got these inserts here in the center as well. Definitely unique. Legroom here in the back with the second row is solid, unlike the third row. You got a little storage pocket here, and then we've got some climate control action, heated seats, and then some outlets. And then headroom back here is also solid. And would you look at that, we've got a cup holder armrest. Now taking a look at the front door panel, you guys can see again with the green and the orange. And then we've got all of our window controls here with our mirror adjustments. The mirrors do power fold in. You've got your door lock and unlock just above, and then blind spot monitoring in the mirrors on top of that. Now with the seat, you guys can see again green with the orange, and then you got a little Timberline logo, and then look at the cloth insert there in the center, and then we have all of our power adjustments on the side. Light controls here as well, and then look at the trim just up above, and then the steering wheel is manually adjustable. So taking a look at the steering wheel, you guys can see it's pretty beefy here. You've got a nice soft touch material at the top and at the bottom. Again, more of that orange stitching because Timberline life. But yeah, it's perforated here on the sides and get a little bit of a better grip. Paddle shifter here on the back for the 10-speed automatic. We do have some controls for the center stack, adaptive cruise control with the steering assist, volume controls as well. And then we have our turn signal stock and then our windshield wiper stock. Now with the center gauge cluster, you guys can see it's mostly analog, but we do have a screen there in the center which you can use to see different bits of info on the vehicle. Pretty standard Ford stuff, but we also have a bunch of different drive modes. as well. So we've got a normal, slippery trail, and then we have a deep snow and sand mode, and then the other side we've got an eco mode, a sport mode, and then a tow haul mode as well. So they got drive modes for everything. Now in reverse, this does have Ford's backup camera system with trajectory lines that turn with the steering wheel, but notice we got the bird's eye view because this has the 360 camera system. So if I actually put it into park and then press the camera button, it'll pop on with the front camera. As for the rest of the infotainment system, it's not the biggest unit you can get in an Explorer, but I think it's pretty nicely integrated into the dash. Responds well, easy to use. I mean, what more could you ask for? And it looks like there's a little bit of storage just underneath. I'm digging the design here with the dash and then this trim down below. I think that looks pretty cool. Anyways, analog controls for the radio, and it's kind of hard to see because of the sunlight. I'm sorry. You have heated seats and dual zone climate controls and then a heated steering wheel as well. We got some more storage space here with some USB action, and then if you don't want that, you can just cover that up. Shifter for the 10-speed automatic transmission. It does have a manual shift function. A couple cup holders in this area, and then we have our parking brake here with our auto hold. Drive mode select with our held center control, and then your traction control if you want to turn that off. Taking a look at the center console here, you can see storage space is pretty solid. Definitely like, again, the green. It pops. And then there's your glove box. And then up top we do have a sunglass holder here, and then full panoramic sunroof. Now taking a look at the window sticker here, you guys can see 2023 Explorer Timberline, and this is the 800A equipment group if you guys are wondering what that. But after all options, this one stickers for $52,795. Let's see how it drives. Let's talk about visibility before we set off. Here's visibility of the hood. Both the mirrors, which do have blind spot monitoring. For the rest of the rear. And, well, let us set off in the Timberline. And by the way, whenever you drive your Timberline, you have to only listen to Timbaland. That was ouch. Man, these dad jokes, they're getting worse and worse as time goes on. I should have stayed out of the dad life, because then the channel humor would be so much better. But anyways, good torque out of the 2.3. That is for sure. Seats are actually pretty comfortable. I was just in the Mach-E GT Performance before this, and that's really comfortable seats, but these seats are even better, I'd have to say, in terms of comfort. A little bit of a larger turning radius on it though, which is kind of expected. It's, you know, not like a huge crossover, but it's, you know, slightly larger sized crossover. Yeah, really good torque though. Definitely liking that. Brakes are good as well. What drive mode are we in? I think we're normal. Yeah, we're just in normal here. Yeah, this 2.3 is no slouch. This is probably my favorite four-cylinder, production four-cylinder, to be honest. I just like how I like how it sounds in certain vehicles like the Focus RS, and I like how it performs. Like in the Explorer, it performs really well. In the Ford Ranger, it also performs really well. It's just it's a very solid powertrain. So Ford did a really good job with the development on this. I'd say it performs better than, you know, yeah, like most other four-cylinders, especially turbo four-cylinders. It does a really good job. And I like the steering wheel too. It feels big and chunky and substantial, so it has a good feel to it. Now, having a ton of sidewall actually helps out the ride quality. The Explorer, you know, already rides really well, but this actually, you know, takes it up to a whole nother level. Yeah, really good torque. Yeah, this thing moves. I had to let off the throttle because that Toyota can't keep up. Get back onto it. It's all about the torque with this powertrain. So, see how it is on the highway now. Get a little bit of tire noise with these all-terrain tires, but it's not bad. It's very smooth. The ride, though, very smooth. I'm impressed with that, actually. And on the highway, you'd have decent passing power, actually, with this 2.3. Yeah, this is no slouch. I mean, obviously the 3.0 that you can get like in the ST is really cool, but this is no slouch when it comes to being a quick powertrain. That is for sure. So let's kind of start to get into summing things up here. I love how you can see the Timberline badge on the side that pops out. So I think this looks really cool, especially in the green. I know that this is definitely an acquired taste, right? Green on green, but it's pretty subtle. Like, it's a darker green with both colors, the inside and the out. And so it's not like gross in your face. It looks good. I'd say look at it in person, and I think that's Quite a few of you will be pleasantly surprised with what you think of it. And speaking of STs, there we go. There's an ST. I know you have more horsepower than me, but I got more tire than you, buddy. I can crawl where you can't go, but yeah, I think it looks good on the outside. I like the interior. I think it's comfortable. The engine's great. I like the idea of this package. Off-roaders, obviously, you know, they're really popular in today's world, and so, you know, manufacturers doing off-road stuff with their vehicles, I think it's smart. I think it's the way to go, and we gotta get in with this gap, or else we are gonna be stuck trying to turn here forever. Yeah, such a torquey engine. Let me know what you guys think about the Timberline, and let me know what you guys think about Timberline. Okay, I'm done. Bye. So that's gonna sum things up with our video on this Explorer Timberline. Again, a huge shout out and thank you to the Ed Kenley Ford here in Layton, Utah for giving me some time with this Explorer. Check out the inventory in the description down below. I'll see ya.